surely knight here is a good move in this position. Positions equal. It's a draw. According to the computer, position's a draw. So I played pawn here, trying to win. I thought I'm going to go for the win. I don't care. Now, I made a mistake here. I think I should play king here. Not sure. I think that's the right move. I'm not sure. That's the best move. Yes, I knew, I sensed it was the best move, but I went there instead. Star move, best move. I played king here. Engine says no, check is better. He took the pawn, and then I played king there. Exclamation mark! The chess engine has not given me a star. It's given me the exclamation mark, which is much higher. I have been known to get 2 exclamation marks from the chess engine. It's very rare that it happens. But I got 1 exclamation mark, which is good. It's pretty good. Knight there. Check and takes. He pushed the pawn. I gave him a check. And I gave him another one, took his pawn off. Now he's got a problem. And the bar on the side of the board sums it all up. It's a win for white. There you go. And that's how the end game is played. Okay? So I just thought I'd go through that game for you just to show you some of the ideas behind endgames, right? And the timing of the chase for pawns on one side of the board and the other side of the board, how to try to maintain the balance. I didn't play it perfectly, but I certainly played it reasonably well. And if I check my review, I'll do my review, where is it? Summary. It says adjusted accuracy after retries, 91%. So I played with 91% accuracy. And the opponent played with 81% accuracy. So it was a high standard game, right? So I want to thank Buffy Bear, 2,247 for a hard game. It was a hard game, even though it looked simple at the end. Nothing was easy. Nothing was easy. And you had to find all those moves in just a couple of minutes. Not easy at all. So old Buffy Bear, very capable player. My rating finishes for the day at 22.16. I want to say hello to Jessiedeedee. Play me, I'd like to get your review. Oh, Krell. Thank you, Krell. Very well done. Fluffy Bunny, we were talking about the bunnies earlier. Fluffy Bunny, did you see the Fidemaster's bunny? What was her name again? Oh, I could go and show you the bunny. I want to show him the bunny. She had a real pretty bunny. There was no, had a nice bunny, a little bunny rabbit. Now, I played a Fluffy Bunny, I played a Fidemaster, women's Fidemaster, I think she might have been. And she wasn't titled on chess.com, but she was from Sweden, I think, or one of those Nordic countries. And she had a little bunny rabbit, and she said it teaches chess. So there you go, Fluffy Bunny. Oh, thank you, Krell. Krell made a nice comment. He said, tripling the pawns was a nice idea. Thank you. Jessiedeedee wants me to play a game. Okay, Jessiedeedee, what's your chess.com handle, please? I was thinking of winding up. G'day, Ace Kicker 277. He's brand new. He's just turned up. He's a first-time chatter. Ace Kicker, his name is. Do you play Hold'em Poker, Ace Kicker? Oh, here we are. It's JDD. Okay. See you later, Fluffy Bunny. Woo, woo, woo. Jessiedeedee, JDD. Is that you? Happily married to your husband and you're a happy mother? Is that you, Jessiedeedee? Oh, JDD123, yeah, okay. So I accepted your friend request, and she's happily married to her husband and her mother. And, well, Fluffy Bunny's gone to bed, so you know what those rabbits are like. But I'll tell him, if he comes back, I'll tell him you're married, right? Challenge. Now, what's her rating? What's her challenge? What's her rating? Daily, bullet 751, rapid 1476. 1476. So she wants a 10-minute game. Did you want a 10-minute game or a 5-minute game, Jessiedeedee? You want 10 minutes and 39 seconds? I'll challenge her. We'll try 1 minute. No, I gave you 10. I gave you 10, darling. I gave you 10. So we're playing the mighty JDD. 1, 2, 3. And we'll put out a challenge. And it was random colours, JDD. I didn't choose the colours. But I'll play B3. I'm going to play Hikaru style, right? So we're playing Hikaru style. Because I'll tell my fans, I'm trying to play Hikaru style. Okay, I'll play C5. And I'll play Bishop B2, just threaten the pawn. Okay. And now, I'll play G3. I don't know that Hikaru would do this. It's a bit slow. It's like the orangutan. And I know he does like, the old Hikaru, he does like the orangutan. He does. Okay. He puts his knight there on C3, Hikaru, much of the time. All right, then. I'm just going to play quietly. Bishop E7, eh? I'll play A3. Oh, I got a reaction. Got a reaction there. I'll play knight here. I'm not playing like Hikaru anymore. Now I'm playing like Johnny Curtis. Oh, look at this. Woohoo! Here she comes. JDD's from Canada. So she's from Canada. We're going to welcome her to the channel. I'm going to welcome my friend to the channel. So get back to the chess game, Johnny. What's she doing? Okay. What happened to my chess game? I lost my chess game. Ah! Well, we tried to play out Canada. We stuffed it all up. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, there's a whole lot of things going on here. Well, that's not a bad move. That's a Hikaru move. This is a Hikaru move. Yeehaw! So we finally played a Hikaru move. Now we'll take that point. And we'll take that one. And the whole idea is, behind all this, is that we want to take everything off. I think I should give her a check first. Lock her bishop out. Take a pawn off. I can't take that pawn. I'll go down here. I'll attack 1, 2, 3 pawns. Trying to attack 3 pawns. I'll take the rook. JDD, what happened to you? You don't have to move fast, right? Just because I move fast, you don't have to move fast. If you move fast, like me, it makes it harder for you, right? You said you need 10 minutes and you didn't use your 10 minutes. Rematch. The game didn't last long, my dear, so we'll play one more game, but this time I'll try to help you. So I'll put some arrows on the board, some good moves for you. and you can choose them, right? Okay, so e4, I'm going to play e5. Good move is knight f3, or that's a good move. Knight c6. You can play bishop b5. Yeah, that's a good move. 10 out of 10, yeah. a6, right? Chase the bishop. Oh, you take it. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'll play bishop to g5. g4. g4 as it's called. And I'll play queen here and attack that knight, because I want to pin it. Okay, take that off. And I'll take that one. Now, you might want to play pawn here, so I'm going to play bishop here to stop you releasing your double pawn. Okay, so now play knight e7. Oh. Well, I do want to expand my pawns at some stage. I can play f5. That'd be good. I'll play here. Interesting position. Okay, I expected that. But I'm going to take it. Good move. I get rid of my bad. This is my bad bishop. So I got rid of my bad bishop. I played g6 mainly because I don't like knight here and knight checks. I don't like those. So now what do I do with my king? Well, I can castle. Activates my rook straight away. I don't know what the position is, whether it's equal or whatever it might be. I'll play knight here. Wait a minute. I do like this move. It's bad. I'm going to play here. I'm going to play pawn here. I don't like that either. Wait a minute. What can I do here? Well, at least I hold that pawn, don't I, right? I hold it, right? White's got a very good game. I prefer White's position. There you go. So that's any consolation prize. I like this move. I don't know that it's good. I think that's probably a better move. I need to try to go in there with a few checks or something. Yeah, so you've got a problem. You've got a problem the way you play the end game. Right, you've got a problem. You've got a knight here. Eh? Okay, I'll take the check. It moves my rook away, so at least you can't do the fork now because the rook's not there anymore. It's moved. So now you've got bad pawn structure. You got a passed pawn, admittedly. I can play knight here. I hit all these pawns at once. You can attack my knight. I'll go back here. Oh, no! Not looking. You had 8 minutes and 15 seconds. 8 minutes! JDD. Naughty girl. 8 minutes wasted. There you go. Yeah, and now I just rook here, knight there, and the pawn falls. Just knight. I can see you want to do that, but it doesn't do anything. If you come here and take my pawn, you just undouble my pawns. So I'm going to play rook takes pawn next move. And then all the pawns are gone. All the pawns are gone. Knight here. I'll win a pawn. Check. And go for a queen. Charge! Go for a queen. I'll protect it. Check. Go for a queen. Oh, there's a pawn over there. Go for coin. Carlson's rule of the square. You're not in the box. That's Carlson's rule of the square. So you had to be on that one of those lines to stop it. See, all those moves would have stopped it, but you're out of the box, out of that box. Checkmate. Here we go. One more game for JDD. And now, right, this time I don't want you to blunder a piece, JDD, right? Okay? And I hope your children are not watching. We don't want to see blood in the water, right? No blood in the water. Right, so we want your children to be proud of you, so you've got to play a good game. Oh, Canada. I'll put you off your game. Oh, I'll sing Oh, Canada. Oh, Canada. I like that song. I like the chess bra, right? I want to see the chess bra happily married one day. He's only young. He's a firebrand. He's still trying to find his way. I'll look here. My plan is pawn here. There you are. You could have stopped me with pawn here, you see, but not now. Not now. No. That doesn't do anything. That actually helps me go forwards faster because I can play rook takes pawn. Now I'm threatening that pawn. So maybe bishop here, bishop back. Oh, where'd you go? Oh, you moved bishop d2. Bishop c1 would have been better. Knight on the side of the board. Ah! I'll go back. Ho, 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 ho. I'm just getting my pieces developed. I put if my knight goes here, it can't go there and it can't go there. So that's why I played knight here, just to connect the rooks and it stops your little pawn moves and everything. Oh, you lost a piece. I got 2 on that. Oh, there's a piece. You can have the coin. Oh, I'll give you a check. This is going to be interesting to watch. I'll take with the king. I want to control central squares. can I have my Jessiedeedee, can I have my queen back? Can I have my queen back there, please? Okay. I'm going to put on the Queen Alert. So, Jay, we put on the Queen Alert button. That means your queen's in trouble. Teddy! 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 Jay needs your help. She needs the help of a Grandmaster. Someone that's wise and worldly, right? Oh, it's not you. Okay. Well, I tried to get Grandmaster Teddy to help you, but he says he's neither wise nor worldly, and so we couldn't help. We couldn't help. Oh, there's a check. It's not a great check, but it'll do. I'm just trying to exchange pieces off. And I'll take with the bishop. Save me, bishop. Because I could see you're on it. Yo! I saw that. I saw that trick. Are you going there now? Okay, I'll go here. I don't want you coming in. I'll take it off. Right, okay, going there. I'll play bishop here. That pins the pawn against the king. I could see you want to do that, but I'll take your rook. And now you've got the double pawns. Do you remember in that other game we analysed for the other guy, it was triple pawns, wasn't it? Remember the triple pawns there? Yeah, so now we've zonked all your pawns, so now they don't move anywhere. And this pin along here is causing all sorts of trouble. We'll take that. And so now we've got a pawn there. And it's just an annoying little pawn. And you can't go, see the king can't go here, can't go there, can't go there, can't go there. So it's just annoying. So I'll try to open this up because I want a check here would be almost checkmate, wouldn't it? Right, so I'm trying to open up my castle. Don't forget that's protected. Right, check here, look at your castle. Whoop! You see? And now it's only a matter of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All the pawns are going to fall. 1. 2. 3. 4. Ouch. 5. 6. 7. Oh! Now I did that for a reason. I want to give you a check. I want to get double check. Double check's good. Where's the checkmate? Where's the checkmate? It's not checkmate. Where's the checkmate? I can't see the checkmate. How come it's not checkmate? I'll give you a check there. Oh, there's a check. There's a knight check there. And that's checkmate there. There we go. It's a pretty little checkmate. Well, JD, do you want to have a look at the game? Do you want to get it analysed by the chess engine? Or are you happy to leave it at that, my darling? There we go. Thank you very much, JD. We just had the lovely, pretty Jessiedeedee in the channel. And, oh, you want to look at the game? Okay, rightio then. We'll have a look at it. Where are we? Games. Game. And we're going to the analysis room. In the chess.com analysis room. And we're looking at the great Jessiedeedee, or JDD123. And here she is with her 10-minute game. And I don't know which game you played best. We'll have a look. All right then. Right. So C4. Right. So we're playing the English E5, a book move. We're going to review section, and right. So let's see now. A review. Details. You played with 79.3% accuracy, JDD. 79.3%. Okay. Okay. I want to say hello to Jake A. Casey for following the channel. Thank you, Jake A. Casey. Thank you for following the channel. Okay, we're analysing Jessiedeedee's game. Now, knight c3. That's a book move. Just controls those two squares, right? JDD replied f5. It's a book move, and it's the sort of move that I would play. Believe it or not, that doesn't mean it's really great, but it's ambitious. It's an ambitious move. I think it's good to be ambitious in your chess, especially when you get to 1476, because when you're around about 1476 rating, you're not that far away from 2000. For you, JDD, 2000 rating might seem a long way away, but it's not that far away. So there's no reason why, apart from your motherly duties, of course, that you can't spend a bit of time and maybe become a master. There's no reason why not, okay? If you can do all that, the motherly duties, and play chess at the same time, then you're a very capable woman. If you can juggle a whole lot of things and you actually like chess, then you must have an aptitude for it. And so that means that there's no reason why you can't get up to 1900 or 2000, right? With a bit of love and dedication for the game. G3 is played. D6. Bishop G2. And I don't know how long JDD's been playing. If she might have just learnt the game. This might be another women's master coming along. I don't know, because I don't know what her meteoric rise to chess brilliance is, whether the graph is going to be going like that or the graph is going to be a steady graph, manage the family and sort of creep up slowly. And she might get her Grandmaster title when she turns 60. No, I'm only joking, right? I'm joking, JDD. I'm joking, right? I'm kidding. Oh, forgive me, darling. Please forgive me, right? I can't help it. I'm a terrible man. I'm a terrible man. My wife will agree. I'm a terrible man. D3. Right. Knight F6. Excellent move. Excellent move. Now, that prepares... there's several ways you could play the opening there, but knights go on c6 and they go on f6. And you've got a good central pawn structure and everything, right? The only problems that you can encounter in these types of positions are like bishop here and white's power over the white squares in the centre. And also with rook b1, maybe pushing a pawn down there and causing trouble on white squares. But your position is just slightly better for white, right? Next move, e3. Star move, best move. Oh, my God. I didn't. That's an accident. I think it might have been a mouse slip. No, it wasn't. It's a star move. I'm surprised. I am surprised. I thought bishop here was possible too. Wonder what the engine rates that as. Probably gives that a good move, but not the best move or something. I see inaccuracy. Then it says knight d5 is best. Okay. So the position goes knight f6, e3, h6. Now, notice what the engine's saying to you, JDD. Pawn here, there are no white pieces threatening to go in there, okay? There's no white pieces threatening to go in there, so that's got to be a wasted move. Can you see why? JDD, can you see why? That move is a wasted move that you played, right? So here is the position. Yeah, so it puts a pawn on a black square for a start. It also creates this hole. As the engine points out, straight away there's a hole on that square, these little white holes around your king. Remember, white's got this powerful bishop, white squared bishop. And last thing we want is, say, knight here, and if you take it off, the queen could come in with check and all this sort of stuff. And all because of this silly H move, right? So that's a bad move. Lock it in, JDD. 1, 2, 3. Lock it in. Okay. So H6 is a bad move. What would have been a better move in that position, you might ask? Bishop e7 and simply castle, right? Because you know what there's a chess rule, JDD, and I don't know whether you've heard this chess rule, castle early and often, right? So that's a little chess rule. Castle early and often. In other words, try to castle early in your chess games, and as a beginner, right? Or you're an accomplished player, 1476. But generally, as a general rule, if you watch all the Grandmaster games, they usually try to castle reasonably early to put their royalty in a position of security and safety. Right, so castle early and often is just a little reminder. Just like knights on the rim are grim. Put a knight on the side of the board, it's not really good, you know. H6, rook to b1, star move, best move. So the engine says I played the best move with the idea of pawn here and pawn there. The engine likes it. Bishop to e6. Now here you're neglecting your castling. You might remember that in this position, when you played bishop e6, during the game I said to you, perhaps you should have played a5 to prevent my b4 move, right? So because you know I'm signalling that I want to play b4, I'm signalling that I want to play this move. Well, you probably need to slow it down, because once the pawn gets to here, it then threatens a knight. So it's starting to roll like a snowball in your territory, So you don't want that. You want to try to control the board as much as possible and try to slow black down. So pawn here would be so pawn to a5 would be the correct move. B4, star move, best move. And so you can see what the engine was saying. It's justified it by saying it's the best move. You played pawn there. I played pawn there, not the best move. So the move I chose was not the best move, right? So what should you have done? What should you have done? Perhaps you should have just taken it off. Star move, there we go. So because I played a bad move, okay, you should capture the pawn. Pawn takes pawn. Right, so you played pawn there. Now my correct move is probably a4. Right? I'm just thinking that that's probably right. Let's see what the engine says. I'm not 100% sure whether that's right or not. Could be knight g5 to e2 is best too. It's thinking about it. Because otherwise, if your a3 kills my move, it means my whole plan's gone belly up, right? Bad move, yeah. So the engine doesn't like that move. The engine likes knight g5 to e2, developing a piece, getting ready to castle. So I played b4, you played there, and I went here. You took the pawn, star move, best move. I recaptured with the rook. C takes is better. And you played bishop to d7. And that was just a mistake. For after rook takes pawn, I collect the pawn. So from a technical point of view, at this stage, white's broken through, and you can see that bar on the side of the board. It shows that white's got a big advantage now, right? And from a technical point of view, your queen side's busted. The game is lost on the queen side at this stage. Still a lot of play in the game if you were playing somebody your own strength. But if you're playing a master or something, it's very, very hard to come back from that sort of position. You played knight there, and remember I mentioned that rule, that chess rule. Der Springer am Rande bringt Schande, or the knight on the side of the board brings thunder, lightning, and disaster. Or a knight on the rim of the board is grim. A knight on the rim is grim. So the knight is not well placed there. I played rook b2. I'm now possibly threatening your rook. In this type of position, I wouldn't even bother taking your rook. I wouldn't be interested. I wouldn't mind changing bishops, but I wouldn't like to take your rook because I simply would not like the queen bearing down on my castle, and it's awkward. I don't need to do anything rash or unpredictable because I've already got a castle up. That's when you played rook there, and it doesn't do anything. Rook b8 was probably the best move. We'll see what the engine says about that one. It's hard to say what to do. Position was bad. And that was the losing move. After knight there, after this position here, knight there, well, it's just lost. Right. So I'm not going to look at the game anymore because what we really want to do is we want to understand the opening, right? The opening system. And you played reasonably well up to a point, and then you went astray, right? So you notice that in the final position of the game, in the final position of the game, No, not that position. Wasn't the final position then. No, not there. Not there. Not even there. Yeah, so you haven't castled, right? That's the big... You see, white's got plenty of protection around his king. So white doesn't need to castle. But remember, you played this move. Had you not played this move, you could have had your bishop could have been here instead. And you could just castle, put your king in safety. So you didn't have to play all those weakening moves. So from that game, I would take I'll take on board that you should try to castle a bit earlier, put your king in safety, and then start working on the rest of your game. Another thing that you've got to do is you have to develop your pieces and coordination, but don't attack too early. Make sure every piece, for instance, every piece, if we play a game, I'm going to play a game by myself, and I'm going to show you what I mean. So I played that move here, and you played E5, and I played bishop there, and I played pawn here. Played, yeah. Oh, yeah, I've had two moves. You have two moves. Okay. So you want to get that position. You played ambitiously like you did. And I played C5. You played knight F6. Right, so that's a more natural move. Knight's going F6. Knight C3, just controlling the squares. Right. And now you can play bishop here and take the knight. Bishop there, take the knight. And castle quickly. Or you could play bishop E7. That's a bit passive. Bishop B5. And then if white just develops a piece, you could just castle. You see, it's a different kind of game. See how all these moves are wasted moves? And then say bishop here. You can play pawn here. With the idea of this is more dynamic. Queen here. Just protecting the pawn, which was attacked. And say knight here. You could play pawn to king 5, go for it. Or if you play pawn here, there could be pawn here. It gets a bit complicated. But yeah, so that might be not the best. But you could just go here. And if pawn takes pawn, knight takes pawn, it's just a good game. Knight here. Shouldn't be a pawn. Then just go D5. Takes, 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 takes. Or takes. Yeah, so, and rook C1. And knight C6. You can see how that's more fluid, this kind of play. It's more fluid. Yeah, so I'll give you a chess lesson here. This is a free chess lesson. Oh no, wrong move. Take it back. Yeah, so yeah, C5. E5, I think you played. Yeah, E5. G6, F5, knight C3, knight F6, bishop G7, just putting a pressure on. And what did you play? See, this is where you played some moves like this. I think you put the pawn on here. So you played pawn here, which is what you did. You can see bishop here is a lot better, can't you, right? But pawn there is okay. This is a good way to play it. White's got plans. White can do a few things. You could play pawn here. Pawn there's interesting. Notice this idea doesn't work because there's no knight to hit. You can't hit the knight because the knight's not there. Jessiedeedee is not Pragnandaha. Pragnandaha likes to play his knights on c6, but that's when you've got a King's Indian position, and the position's feared, shadowed and everything, right? So the great Indian super grandmaster, Pragnandaha. But these kind of positions are fairly equal. You probably need to play things like pawn here. Right, hold on, it's white to move, is it? Your d6 with the idea of pinning a knight, putting more pressure on the central pawns. Now you wouldn't play pawn here to stop bishop there, right? You wouldn't do it. You'd play bishop e7, and then if the bishop went there, which is not really a good move, that's not really great for white. Yeah, so white would more likely rather play knight f3, and then you should just castle. So that's a different type of game. And so what you've done is you've delayed moving this knight out, and now you could then play pawn here and knight there, or you could just play c6 quietly. So white castles too. You play c6 quietly, right? With the idea of e4 and d5, right? It's a different kind of game, but black's position is very solid. Notice the bar on the side of the board gives this position as rather equal. Equal chances, a slight advantage for white, right? But only very slight. There's nothing in it, okay? Anyway, Jessiedeedee, that's about it for me. I am going to get back. What's this thing? Tutorial. I've got to go into Twitch. I've got to go to Twitch.
Right, so I made you an alert that you can use on your...
Oh, no!
If you have like a check alert or a pawn alert.
Check alert, pawn alert. That was Big D Games 1983 from Scotland. He's from Scotland, and he's a friend of mine. So he created a YouTube video for me. Oh, this is a friend of mine, Nathan Cavalieri. Yeah, Nathan Cavalieri. Fantastic music. I'm allowed. I asked him, and he said I can use his music. But he's a great guy, and he's one of the best guitarists in the world. Yeah, so that's Nathan.